What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video, and today, it is time that we discuss polling. Yep, polling. Now, let me be real with all of you. I have basically ignored virtually all the polling for the last, 7 months or so. After the disaster known as 2022, polling has become a complete and total meme. It doesn't make any sense. It's wrong half the time. And quite frankly, or actually 90% of the time, and quite frankly, the only use for it at this point in time are trends. Like, how is the polling trends for the last month or so? Well, guess what? This is even becoming less useful, as I have never seen so many erratic polls in 3 years I've been doing this? Guys, this is just nuts what we're seeing. So if you don't know, the past couple of days we've been seeing more and more national polls. And we are seeing some of the widest gaps I have ever seen. I mean, look at this. Rasmussen, Trump +7. You go to Morning Compost, Biden +2. You go to the rest of the polls, Biden +2, Biden +1, Biden +1. Trump +5, Trump +1. It is erratic. There is no coherent trend that we're seeing. It's all over the place. At this point in time, it's a matter of what poll comes out today, a Trump +7 poll or a Biden +6 poll. I mean, that's what it feels like. It just makes absolutely no sense what is happening. We got to discuss what's going on here. I mean, this is some of the most erratic behavior of any polling trends I have seen the last couple of years. Now, before we continue today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and of course, go follow the Rumble page for exclusive content, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a month, you could join Real American, which is a phenomenal deal, as it helps support the daily content we all know and love. You love the daily content? Well, this is the best way to support it. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Also, if you're wondering why this is a second video this late, I kind of forgot to hit record. So, yeah, that's why things are a bit late tonight. I'm sorry about that, but enough of that. So, let's discuss the polling. What the hell is happening? Like I said, I mean, at this point in time, it's a matter of, is this a Trump +7 day, or is this a Biden +6 day? I mean, that's what it feels like. There's no rhyme or reasoning with anything. I mean, you look at YouGov. One day they're Trump +1. The next day they're Trump +4. The next day, Trump +1 again. Morning Compost surprisingly has been consistent. But everything else, what? What is going on here? And this isn't just one pollster in particular. Every poll is finding virtually the same thing. Polling's dead. It doesn't matter who you use, it makes no sense. How in God's green earth can you have a one day a Trump +6 national poll, and meanwhile, the same polling firm releases a Biden +7 poll in Wisconsin? It's just, something is not adding up, and it just hurts my brain, because we have never seen anything like this. I mean, half the polls are basically Trump up by several points, and the polls have Biden up. Most of them are only up by 1 to 2, when most of the polls have him up by 8, 9 points in 2020. So, he's polling the worst nationally, but statewide, it seems like Trump's getting slapped. And there's a multitude of reasons what's going on. For one, polling is dead. Polling makes no sense anymore. You cannot have a Trump +8 national poll come out the same day a Biden +6 poll comes out. That's not how it works, especially for national polls. Fine. Statewide polls, they can be a little bit different because you have different factors here and there about polling. But national polling is much more easier to pull in, It's why it's been tend to be more accurate. Here, I don't know. I don't know what is going on at this point. The trends are just all over the place. You can't make a graph of this, of a 3-day rolling average of polling, because it just goes back and forth. It's ludicrous what's happening. Going back to the state polls, you cannot have Trump up. I don't care if a bunch of people have been moving to Florida or whatnot. You cannot mathematically have a Trump +1 national poll come out with a Biden +7 poll in Georgia. That's baloney. And it's starting to get on my nerve with some of these pollsters. What are they doing? Who are they speaking to at this point? I mean, I know a lot of voters are moving to Florida, and that's what I think is kind of causing this a little bit. You're seeing so many people flee to Florida, flee to Texas, flee to Tennessee, that they're all starting to vote Republican now, but the people left in the states like Pennsylvania, New York, they're still voting Democrat. And that's what I think is starting to happen a little bit. You're seeing a lot of these voters, they're moving out of the critical states. And this is my problem with everybody moving to Florida. Stop it. I know it's a nice state, but we cannot have the entire Republican base in one state. That's not going to end well. If you want to move to a southern state, fine. Do it in Georgia. Move to Texas. Move to Arizona. Again, it's nothing against DeSantis or anything like that. I'm not saying that. And people are attacking me for being a dissimp for calling out this poll. I don't care what reality you're in. If Trump won the national popular vote by 7, you're talking about the reverse of 2008 on frickin' steroids. I mean, you're talking about Trump possibly winning 400 electoral votes in that scenario. You think I'm kidding? Do the math. An 11-point swing nationally towards the right. Yes, a large chunk of that could be from Florida. But even from then, Georgia would be Republican. Arizona. New Mexico would probably be Republican in that scenario. Actually, probably easily. Minnesota. New Hampshire, Maine, etc. They would all flip immediately. Virginia. But these same statewide polls are coming out as Biden +6 in Georgia? It just, the polling industry's dead. Nobody should take any weight for it. Again, I do post about here and there about the polling trends here and there. Like, for example, I talk about how RFK has a high favorability. That's one thing. But these people that nitpick the national polls that have Trump +7, that's a bad poll. Meanwhile, they praise a DeSantis +12 national poll. I'm saying all polling's garbage, and you should be very careful. And fine, take trends into account and look at good pollsters that are what's left of good pollsters at this point. Fine, take them with a grain of salt. These people that still worship these polls just to build a narrative, they're stupid. It just, nothing makes sense. At this point, I know it also could be the fact that this is, a year and a half out from an election. But we've never seen anything like this. 2020, we never saw anything like this. It was always Biden plus a couple points. Maybe Trump here and there. It was a bit more even early on before the COVID stuff. But it just keeps bouncing back and forth every other week. One week it's a Republican week. Next week it's Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Kanye, Yee Party, whatever. There's no trends to build off this. So people are saying it's going to be a blue wave or it's going to be a red wave in 2024. You're idiots to say it this early. Could a red wave happen? Sure. But we got to take polling with a pretty big grain of salt. And I know national polling tends to be more accurate, but these just erratic swings daily. I don't know. I don't know what is happening anymore. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter account in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.